creation.
Oh, wow. And what made you decide to bring Jake over?
Well, Jake ran away before, and we looked for him for about a year and a half, and then one morning there was a knock on the door, and we opened it in a little basket, and there was Jake right there coming back for us.
Delivered freshly.
You know, we never knew why Jake went away. I wasn't involved with the radio station. A lot of us in the management there were just not there at the time, and it was really strange because it was such a successful radio station.
Yeah.
And one day it's gone. And now that we were affiliated with it, that was our big question over and over again. Why is Jake not on the air? The city loved it. It was a very solid radio station. It was one of the best performers in recent years. And so we just knew it was the right move to bring it back business-wise.
Well, sounds great. What type of programming will be on Jake?
Jake's everything. That's why it was so successful. A lot of radio stations are very niche and they're very narrow focused, and that's great for certain segments, but now everything's pretty much covered. So if you're not really spread out and covering a lot of things, you're really not making much of an impact. So Jake goes all over the road. We pretty much don't have country and we don't have rap, but everything else in between.
So it caters to pretty much everyone. Everybody has a taste that would
yeah, it kind of comes from, most everyone knows what an iPod is or has one now, and once you've loaded all your music on something like that, anything can happen. You know, you can have a song go from Barry Manilow into Metallica, and if that's what you put in there, that's what'll happen. So people are more used to that. It's not so strange, whereas just 10 years ago, you would have looked at the radio and thought that's the weirdest thing I've ever heard, and now it's kind of the commonplace.
Very good. Okay, so what do the other radio stations at Convergent play? I know you mentioned Classic Rock. What's the other station?
We have the Planet, 102.3. So Classic Rock is exactly what the name says. That's a straight-ahead classic rock radio station. Ben McKee on the mornings. We've got Kelsey during the day, Logan in afternoons. We've got a great night show from VH1 Classic Rock that runs 7 to midnight, and that's a new addition to the radio station. So all real solid programming there. And then Planet 102.3, that's a top 40, straight ahead top 40 station. Kid Craddock in the morning. We've added Gabe to middays. Dave Ross is our program director. He does afternoons. And we've just added another new personality. Jay Ree handles 7 to midnight for us.
Okay,
so
great.
That one's fully up and running as well.
That sounds great. Is there anything else you'd like to let our viewers know about Convergent? Or?
You know, we're just real excited. All of us are here locally operating the radio station. There's the Kid Craddock is a nationally syndicated show. He's obviously coming from Dallas, but he's a Texas guy all the way through. But after that, you know, we just love being here. We're part of the community. We like serving the community. We love being involved with the chamber and other fundraisers. We do as much as we can. That's kind of why the FCC gives stations a license, is to help the community, and that's one of the things that we like to do.
Well, that's great. We're glad you're here. And I know you've been doing a lot of live remotes lately. Each radio station has. So promoting anywhere from...
Yeah, the business, you know, whoever wants to be promoted, we certainly can do that. Most of the time, we promote ourselves. That's kind of the thing we like doing. We feel a real close-knit need to make sure that we're successful, and that helps other businesses become a lot more successful. The better we do our job, the better results they're going to get off of theirs.
Exactly. Well, if there's not anything else you'd like to talk about.
Now, Jake is our big news. That's really what's going on. It's a huge project when you take on a station like that, because if you think about the average person, how many songs they have in their collection, some people are going to have maybe 100 albums. We're running about 3,300 songs.
Wow.
So there were a lot of all-nighters gathering everything back up that needed to be put into the radio station, and all the effort that went to just getting it. There's not a whole lot of effort in what's going on now. It's as random as it can possibly be. But putting it together and gathering all the tools was a real big project. So we're excited it came off as well as it did. You'll see the TV commercials running. We've got those out. We've got some billboards that are up around town. We're definitely letting the community know that we are here. We are done. We don't know why it went away the first time, but it is not going away again. This one has worked very, very well. We'd like to continue that.
Well, very good. So what kind of other positive feedback have you heard from the community?
It really started out well. One of the guys that helped us out and gave us some advice in the beginning, who had been part of the first run, he's from the Northeast, and radio listeners up there are a lot more aggressive, and they like to, you might notice that from the Howard Sterns and the likes like that, they really like to have altercations with people, and that's good entertainment for them. So he gave us all these ideas about, you know, confrontational things to make it funny, and no one had any confrontation with us. So we sat there and it was all, oh, we're so glad you're back, we're so happy, thank you so much. So we're real excited that that's going on, and we sat there waiting for any negative feedback, and honestly we got very little, if any. all the negative feedback came from a stunt we did to get ready for the station, which was going all Beatles. Oh. And people were really impressed with the all Beatles, which was a lot of work on its own too. But you can't go all Beatles for very long. You can do it for a little while.
Even though there's a lot of Beatles fans out there.
Oh, I know there were, but after 165 songs, I think you can go about 2 weeks, and then it's like, yeah, I've heard that 80 or 90 times now.
Yes, exactly. Well, very good. Well, we're so happy to have you here, and thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, glad to be here. We're excited about Jake and Convergent and all the stations we've got.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Upcoming events and Chamber News. On Saturday, October 9th is the Dance Through Downtown Walk to Fight Diabetes at Whataburger Field. The walk begins at 7:30 a.m. The 9th Annual Jazz Festival will be held on Friday, October 15th through Sunday, October 17th at Heritage Park. The event is free and features jazz music, vendors, and food. Thursday, October 21st is the deadline for the Corpus Christi Under 40 nominations. If you know a young professional who is dedicated to his/her career and is dedicated to the community, please turn in a nomination by 5 p.m. to the Corpus Christi Chamber of Commerce. On Wednesday, October 27th, the Small Business Council is meeting from noon to 1 p.m. at Del Mar Small Business Development Center. The meeting is free and open to all small business owners. Don't miss the Rocky Horror Picture Show at the Aurora Arts Theater on Friday, October 22nd and Saturday, October 23rd. You buy tickets by visiting www.auroraartstheater.com. That's all for now. Thank you for tuning in to Coastal Bend View. If you'd like to find out more information about the Chamber, please visit our website at www.corpuschristichamber.org. Thank you for allowing us to be the foundation of local business. The Corpus Christi Chamber of Commerce. Be a part of it.